You would turn with me this morning once again to the book of Mark. We'll be looking at chapter 14, verses 1 through 11. Mark 14, 1 through 11. Before you turn there, I wanted to share with you something I remember from a few years ago in a sermon. In that sermon, I had mentioned that what we pour the most money in is often our first love, perhaps even an idol. However, I had one listener come up to me afterward and tell me that his first love then must be insurance. But all that aside, here is one of those texts who reveal our heart. What is most important to us? What really motivates us? And with that, it's kind of interesting. Mark is one of those writers who does an interesting literary feature. He does a lot of sandwiches in his book. And this is actually what you might call a double sandwich, because here there's a sandwich within a sandwich. We're looking at the inner sandwich today, and that is a plot to kill Jesus forms the outer part of that sandwich, and in the middle of that is this story about this woman in Bethany who anointed Jesus. So follow along as I read this passage. It was now 2 days before the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And the chief priests and the scribes were seeking how to arrest him by stealth and kill him. For they said, "Not during the feast, lest there be an uproar from the people." And while he was at Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, as he was reclining at table, a woman came with an alabaster flask of ointment of pure nard, very costly, and she broke the flask and poured it over his head. There were some who said to themselves indignantly, "Why was this ointment wasted?"